Hey all, welcome back to SLB Basement Bourbon Bar. We're finally here with the last editions of the Larceny Barrel Proof and the Elijah Craig Barrel Proof, Trenton, the C924s. Once again, we're kind of, a little bit last on the list. But
dude, Indiana's been driving me nuts. We've been blast. We haven't gotten old Overhauled 11. We haven't gotten SAG 9. I've heard a lot of other states are at this point.
I know.
It's driving me nuts. E.H. Taylor Barrel Proof Rise out in some states. Come on, Indiana. Get with the times.
So we apologize, but trust me, we have this. I've got these two from Harry when you were in Atlanta for your work trip.
Oh, okay.
So I immediately opened them, left them open for about 2 hours, and that was about
cool.
5 days ago.
Okay.
So I haven't tasted either one. I promise you that.
You okay?
I didn't. Wow. I promise I did not.
Leave a like for that. He normally will open it and then like have a snort, so he calls it, and
right.
then
That's right.
He does that whole thing.
I didn't, just because Trenton usually gets a little irritated about that. So
maybe.
Yeah.
Because I don't. I don't think I ever have.
Never.
It's just fun to go in like
Never. That's
not
the way
knowing,
he is.
not knowing.
I'm getting past it. I'll be all right.
This is the first Larceny with the new label. I don't know
I
if you
saw
noticed
that.
It's a new
I
label.
did. I noticed it when I picked it up from Harry, Trenton. This is a brand new label. Pretty cool, I guess, huh? 125.1 proof, wheated bourbon mash bill. As most of us all know, I don't really see any other information on here, but other than that.
The label has gotten mixed reviews. The redesign of the label has gotten some pretty mixed reviews. Some people like it, some people hate it. This does not mean the new label, kind of like how Old Forester did their relabeling a couple years ago. This does not mean the juice is any different. Same mash bill, everything.
Wow.
But there's some people that really dislike the new label. So let us know what you think of that. I'm not a huge fan.
I was just gonna say I can't say I'm a huge fan of it.
It clashes in a weird way, and it doesn't look all that clean. I like the other one better. But I mean, we'll see. It's all about the juice that's inside. We'll see what's up with that.
Right here you go, bud.
All right.
This is the Larceny over here on this side.
You say the proof already? I'm sorry.
125.1, I think.
Yep. C924.
Yeah.
Now, as you might know if you've watched us do these before, we kind of like to do the side-by-side comparison instead of separate videos. He usually leans more towards the Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. I normally lean more towards the Larceny. Also, we forgot to mention, as you saw on our Monday's video, we already kicked off the Riley Children's Hospital charity event. Cheers to that. So if you have not, please go check out that video. I will have Kyle put a little tagline. I think it's on this side if I'm correct. Go check that out. It's for a great cause. We have over 100 bottles that we're donating, and we will be at Westward next Friday, and they're putting some stuff in as well, so I'm told. So
amazing.
It'll be cool.
Thanks for bringing that up, Trenton. Yeah, it's something very dear to my heart and to our family, so thank you all for that. All right.
You could fool me and tell me that this was Beam, and I might believe you. That's got such a peanut or like such a nuttiness to it on the nose.
It does.
Which is kind of interesting.
A lot of nuttiness with some honey in there.
Dude, I like that honey note though.
And a little bit of like a grain note in there, but like a refined grain note to me.
It smells green for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
I've been kind of like doing that a little bit more. I'm like, what does this smell like that I'm trying to kind of reference? It's like, oh, this smells like a green thing. And then I kind of filter it down. Yeah, a little bit.
I have no idea how you could get more in depth with your aroma notes than you do already. I don't know.
Well, when we did the pick at Old Forester, one of the gals that was walking us through the program when we were tasting the different options, she was saying that she smells in colors, and I was like, I don't understand that, but I mean, not to say that that's wrong by any means.
No.
Now I kind of get it because I'm like this.
Okay.
Yeah. It's interesting.
But it's opening up to.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it's like a dusty honey or something.
Very
I like
nutty
it.
though. You're right.
Yeah.
It's extremely nutty. A little dusty, a little honey.
It's like a honey glazed like almonds or like a like some kind of like a pecan. Not pecan, but like some kind of honey roasted nut of some sort.
I agree.
Holy cow. Dude. That is the most viscous thing I've ever put in my mouth. Right?
It's hot, dude. It's roasting me a bit.
Oh, you're on the bus. Okay.
Ooh, no. I liked it.
Okay.
I will say that. And you know me, I don't really say that much about Larceny
I
Barrel
know.
Proof, but I like that first sip. that burn did not kick in for the first second or two, but going into the mid palate and when I swallowed the liquid, boy, my tongue was on fire. To me, at first sip, let's just get back. I was going to say to me it drinks higher than the 125 proof, but let's cancel that for now. Let's keep moving and see how we put it. But it definitely has some alcohol burn to it.
It has this really nice, like, soft. It's almost like it coats my mouth, kind of like how, like, I would imagine like a Vaseline would or something. It is so viscous, it just like is sticking to every.
It's very creamy. He's right.
Oily.
I love the first part of the honey and everything. It's going into the back end, into the finish. You get that nutty that comes through and sticks with you, and it gets a little bit bitter on the back end, but almost like a walnut bitter. It still stays on the nuttiness.
That's a good. Yeah.
It stays on that nuttiness profile. I still like it though. I think it's pretty good. It might be one of my favorite Larceny barrel proofs, to tell you the truth, for me. Again, they don't rank extremely high on my list, but for me, I kind of like it.
This kind of reminds me if you mixed like a honey finished bourbon with like a hazmat bourbon of some sort, because it does like that sweetness and the mouthfeel kind of like really help it up front. And then for like some reason that sweetness kind of dies off, and then it just like explodes with the heat. I mean, it's 125, but it almost drinks a little bit higher.
A little bit. I'm going to retract my statement from the very beginning where I was kind of shocked by it. It's tamed out a little bit now that I've taken a couple more sips. But I will agree with Trenton. It does drink a little bit hotter than what it shows on the label for me. But I do like it. I do like it.
Good attempt at good attempt, new label. We got a lot going on in this one.
I should have thought. Harry, I must have got him before he put his handy dandy stickers on there. How much are these? It's about $80, right?
Probably $80, probably $75 if I had to guess. I'll have Kyle put the pricing on the
My
screen.
apologies. Trenton usually picks these up from Harry usually, and he has it all down pat, but he was out of town.
Man.
You know, and Harry just had a whole box ready for me. Trenton wanted this one, you got this, and this, and I'm like, okay.
Oops. All right, on to Elijah Craig C924, usually one of Kurt's favorites. This is an 11-year, 129 proof. So we're up 4 proof points.
129 proof, all right.
Where does this stand in terms of the age compared to B924?
I don't know. You're asking me questions. I think it was younger.
Was it?
B was younger.
Do you have those here?
Yeah, it's there somewhere. Most of them, Trenton, are right. Where are they?
I see them.
This is a mess down here. We're in the process of remodeling, and I have them all together somewhere. Did you? Good. Okay. Thank God.
So just for
It's
reference,
been a little difficult down here, hasn't it, honey? It's been a little difficult.
I don't know where the Larcenys are, but this was 11-year 2 months, and this is B524, the 130.6.
Well, I was wrong then. Okay.
So it's 1.6 proof less, and it's 2 months younger.
Okay. Well, thanks for that.
I'm hoping they just come out with like a 15-year of this, like in this series at some point.
That'd be awesome, wouldn't it? One thing I do like about the Elijah Craig barrel proofs, it is non-chill filtered. I do like that.
Every distillery should not chill filter stuff. Everything should be NCF, not chill filtered.
Yeah. I mean, I understand though if it's your lower, your bottom shelf stuff, it's your budget stuff. I get all that. But when you get to your nicer, your upper levels of your lineup, don't chill filter.
Also, everything should be like high proof.
That's not gonna happen.
We just did a pick at a specific secret distillery we're doing a drop for on our Patreon. We cannot tell anybody what it is, purely just because I'm being stubborn. But we got to try it, and they proof it down just a little bit compared to what it is at cast strength. Mm-hmm. But we got to try it at cast strength, and I don't know why.
Incredible.
It drove me nuts. And I was talking to him. I was talking to the.
You have to taste it right out of the barrel.
I was talking to the master distiller, and I said, "Hey, if you just left the water out of this, I wouldn't be upset." And he's like, "The state would be upset." And I said, "Fair."
Accidentally, you said.
Yeah, accidentally.
We're just talking accidentally.
Everybody makes a mistake here and there. Come on.
That's right.
No, but it was one of the best cast strengths I've ever had.
Honestly, that's the truth.
It's getting proofed down a bit, and it just broke my heart a little bit.
Yeah.
It's got a cotton candy note.
Typical Elijah Craig for me, Trenton. On the barrel proof.
That smells fantastic.
It is a little marshmallowy even for me. A little marshmallowy and
It's some kind. I'm getting like a little cotton candy or something. It's like really confectionery, like a marshmallow or a cotton candy or
that's
something.
right up front bright, but then also rounding out the aromas, you get some depth. Get some darker brown sugar and a little bit of molasses in there too.
Like a little bit of like a brittle type of a thing.
He's right. That's a lot of luscious candy notes coming out too.
All right.
Yeah, excited.
These are usually yours, so I'm gonna let you speak to it first. You just had a whirlwind of facial
It's a
expressions
roller
going
coaster,
on.
and that's a good thing, right? It's a little bit of a ride on that sip. Front of the palate, middle of the palate, I'm like super excited, and then towards the back of the palate, it kind of goes downhill a little bit for me. But I'm gonna sip again because I like it. I will tell you that I like it right out of the gate.
This does scream to me almost like quintessential Elijah Craig.
It does. And I wouldn't say it's one of the better ones we've ever had. It's not
Yeah.
a C924. It's not a B520.
Well, this is C924.
Oh, I apologize. So it's not a C9. What was the one last
919?
year? No, the one last
23.
year. C9?
Yeah.
Was it the C?
Yeah.
C923?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. My apologies. It's not a C923. It's not a B520. It's not a C919.
Yeah.
But it's pretty freaking good.
I would always love to, and I think we used to do this in past years where we would blind the ABC. Mm-hmm. And I feel like, let us know if you want to see that again, because I feel like I would be very curious. I mean, we are fortunate enough to try so much stuff. It's hard to like remember which one that we preferred more. Give it a little bit more time to open up, maybe do a review in like November. Because we got A, B, and C from this year, so might be a good one. Let us know if you want to see that.
I think
we
it's
could do
great.
it with Larceny as well.
I think it's good. I think both of them are good. How about that? When's the last time that I spoke out and said I like both of them?
I couldn't tell you. It's been a
It's
while.
been a while.
And it's not that you don't like weeded, because you're a huge Makers fan. So it's just something about maybe the way that Heaven Hill does their weeded bourbons. It's just a little bit different. Maybe doesn't jive with you as much.
Man, Trenton hit it on the nose with the quintessential Elijah Craig barrel proof. Lots of brown sugar, loads of brown sugar up front, sweetness. Get a lovely sweetness front, middle. The back, it turns a little earthy. And I wouldn't even say it's tobacco or leather. It's more like it's weird because I kind of connotate it to burlap. It's kind of weird, but I know that's strange.
Like the burlap sack?
Kind of like a burlap type note to it.
Have you ever licked a burlap?
Absolutely not. No, I'm not like you that'll go around doing that kind of thing. No, but it's just, I'm trying to relate that earthy note that I'm getting on that back end, and I apologize if I'm doing a bad job, but
This, I will say this might surprise you as well. Well, both of the mouthfeels on this are like some of the best of both of these series that I've had in a while. That they're very oily, like also very creamy. They stick to the surface of your tongue, your mouth, every part of your mouth. It's wild.
Yeah.
I think Elijah Craig for me is better this year than the Larceny.
I'm sure you have never said that to me.
This is a little, like, I completely understand what you're saying about the back palate of this, where it gets a little bit of bitter. Like there's this kind of nutty, bittery type of a thing that it almost seems like it was cut with like a Jim Beam, because I get a lot of that on like a Booker's, where the back end's a little bit more bitter, a little bit more nutty. But this, it's just like sweet, like the entire way through the palate.
Do you get a little bit of the earthiness on the very back end?
To me, that's
Just a tiny bit. And it's not like this one where it gets a bitter earthiness. It's just an earthiness. Maybe a fine pipe tobacco type thing, maybe, is a better way to say it. But
it reminds me of like an old rocking chair. It's like this,
definitely.
not like rotted wood, but like seasoned wood, maybe a little bit. But it's not. It pairs really well with the sweetness. It helps elevate that sweetness by adding like a. What the F is that I just had?
Well,
And this is 129.
I drink all of mine. And I'm not going to pour any more because we have another video to tape after this. So I'm not going to do that. But what that tells me is that I am searching I want to find out more about that whiskey. Now, once again, I'll say it's not as good as some of my, pinnacle releases from Elijah Craig Barrel Proof, but it's pretty darn good. I like it a lot.
Based on what I remember, because you have them, I have very few Elijah Craigs at home. I think I have an unopened A119 at home. I don't dip into it that much, and it also doesn't help that I have boxes in my garage. I have boxes in the garage upstairs, just trying to get everything kind of settled from moving 2 years ago. But based on what I remember of the C919, the B520, the C923, this might have the best mouthfeel of all those.
Okay.
And that might help.
That might be an argument.
That might help with like the flavor, the development. We might need to throw this in a blind with those.
Love to.
That might need to be an Elijah Craig blind, like not this next
Hey.
Friday, but the next.
It can't really be in the month of October.
No,
we'll get it in November sometime. But we've been talking about Elijah Craig for a little while now. Let's not forget about this one either, because for me, I don't know if I've ever said that I truly like that release.
Yeah, that's big.
I think it's pretty darn good. I really do.
And it's still, after sitting for a bit, it has that honey note to it. It has that little bit of a nut. What's weird about this batch of Larceny is the fact that it has a little bit of nuttiness. That kind of throws me off a little bit.
And I'm still getting that tiny bit of bitterness on the back of the palate into the finish. But as this whiskey sat in my glass, the aromas are fabulous, Trent. Did you check the aromas in your glass after it's set for a little bit?
Oh, yeah, that's very good.
It is. It kind of bloomed, and it's beautiful. Really, really nice.
I will say, the thing that I'm not a huge fan of on this Larceny, and I think I just figured it out, it takes, like at the beginning of the palate, you get the nuttiness, you get the honey, they're really sweet, and then at the end, you lose all of that, and it just leans a little bit more towards a sweet grain. So the finish on this, I think, is kind of what makes it finish in second for me. Not that this is a bad bottle by any means. I'd highly recommend it. But
yes, I would too, especially for the price.
Yeah.
Especially for the price on both of these releases.
This just kind of hedges it out a little bit with the way that the palate finish is really sweet, bold. Like you remember that you just had something. This is just, I could mistake the finish of this for like a craft product because of that grain note in it at the end. But that's just me.
All right. Very interesting, very fun tasting between these two. And if you've all had a chance to have one and or the other or both, please let us know in the comments what your thoughts are. Yeah,
I'd be curious.
Because this one has a lot of different variety of perspectives.
Yeah.
From everybody out there, because we all have different palates, and that's okay. But I'm very curious to hear what everybody has to say.
The freaking viscosity of these things is
I agree with that.
Insane.
Yeah.
Both of them. Both of them are very good.
All I can say is kudos to Heaven Hill on a couple of pretty solid.
Yeah, I agree.
Pretty doggone solid releases here. All right, that's all we got for you today. Thanks for joining us. As always, we ask you to please drink responsibly. See you next time, right down here with Trent and me, in a good old basement bourbon bar. See you later.